Today we're talking about Sam Levinson's new film, Malcolm and Marie, on Netflix. So let's get started. Welcome, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. If you guys love to watch movies like I do, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. Smoldering tensions and painful revelations push a filmmaker and his girlfriend toward a romantic reckoning. Malcolm and Marie stars John David Washington and Zendaya. This is a film that was shot during the pandemic, during quarantine. It is in black and white and directed by Sam Levinson. And this film is absolutely frustrating, but in a good way. The same feelings I had for Marriage Story, where it's pretty much just a couple arguing for 2 hours. And Zendaya and John David Washington are the only people that star in this film. They get home from a premiere about 1 o'clock in the morning, and you could just tell that there's a heated argument that is boiling with the two, and they just let it all out. They talk about the relationships, how self-absorbent each of them are, how one of them is not thankful for the other person, and how one cannot deal with failure. There's a lot that they discuss in this movie. The reason I say that it is frustrating is because they are arguing throughout. There are some times where they're not arguing and it seems to be happy, but for the most part, they are yelling at each other, tell each other that they hate them. It is constant, and it is draining to watch this movie of them two just consistently arguing throughout the movie. It is not a terrible film by all, but it is emotionally draining. It is exhausting to watch both of them just lash out at each other, and it is so raw and realistic that the performances are phenomenal. This is the best that I've seen John David Washington and Zendaya. The emotions are high, the tension is there. They are so good in the movie. The moment, you could clearly tell on Zendaya's face in the beginning of the movie that she is just upset about something, but she wants to brush it off, go to bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. She just made mac and cheese and now she's tired. She just wants to go to bed, but she doesn't want to have the argument. Malcolm is right there. Let's have the argument. Let's talk about it. And they just unload everything on each other. When they are arguing with each other and just spilling everything, the emotions are there. The tension is really high and the performances are really good. You could tell that they are absolutely angry at each other. But there are a few moments thrown throughout the film within this 2-hour runtime where they do seem happy. You could tell that they have really good chemistry and they work as a couple. They just got to work on a few things. It's not perfect, but you could tell that they once had a good relationship and there's some good chemistry in there. There's some lighthearted moments where they're just laughing and making jokes about things, and it's really endearing, but it's not all perfect, and they lead into that argument, and once again, they're lashing out on each other and it's emotionally draining.
And I'm tired, dude.
The directing by Sam Levinson is really good. There's a lot of tracking shots really early on where it just allows for Zendaya and John David Washington to have these raw conversations. It doesn't really have a lot of editing or cuts. It just really places the camera there and lets them do their thing, and it really puts Zendaya and John David Washington in control of the movie and allowing for their characters to have these raw personal moments thrown throughout the film. So Sam Levinson's direction is great within the movie, and I love the choice to have it black and white. There's been a lot of movies that have been filmed during the pandemic, during quarantine, like Lockdown most recently on HBO Max. But this is the best film that I've seen that has been filmed during the quarantine. It really allows for the two characters to take control of the movie, have such a tight script with a lot of great, engaging, and frustrating dialogue thrown throughout the movie. Movies have tried to use COVID as a way of furthering their story, but that's not what this is. There's no mention of the virus or anything. It's just a film that was filmed during quarantine, and I think it was a smart move. With the choice to have it just two characters and choice to have it in one setting makes it very personal to the overall story. John David Washington and Zendaya are really great in this movie. I could easily see either of them being nominated for an Oscar for their performance. The arguments and conversations that both of them have really challenge the other person and really make them think about themselves and who they are and what they want out of this relationship and how they can further this relationship and also work on it as well. So I really like the dialogue and the direction from Sam Levinson. Acting is really good. Overall, Malcolm and Marie is a great film. I'm gonna go ahead and give Malcolm and Marie an A-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Malcolm and Marie. Have you guys seen it on Netflix? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming videos. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.